As you can imagine, gearing up for our second winter storm of the week. Last week, Wednesday, Thursday, when we normally maybe show you an update to the drought monitor, wasn't totally a priority because, again, we were gearing up for our second winter storm. But the good news is, with all this snowfall, not even taking into account the second storm, we actually have improved drought across the state. And I am proud to announce that there is no portion of Nebraska under exceptional drought at this point. We have, that's been for the first time in over 17 months. So we are seeing a good moisture out of this snow, even though there's a lot of it. I did want to show you and update you on snowfall totals for the season so far this year too. Lincoln about 1.5 to 2 feet on the ground across most of southeast Nebraska. Then you get up into northeast Nebraska, about 2 to 3 feet they've seen so far this season. Across the state, that's pretty similar to spots in the sandhills that normally were pretty far below a lot of the snow that they usually see, especially with the elevation and the way some of these storms have tracked. But this year, many of them have favored eastern Nebraska, and you can see that certainly resulting in some of those snowfall totals across northeast Nebraska. For comparison, wanted to show you this time last year, we only saw about 1 inch to 3 inches on the ground in southeast Nebraska. A lot more in the sandhills. This is pretty typical. In fact, a lot of them were closing in on over 4 feet of snow, but quite the gradient once you got to southeast Nebraska. Far cry from that this year, and of course we could really use it with the drought we've seen, this multi-year drought we've been in. But a lot of cold air following that snow that we saw come to an end throughout Friday and into Saturday. And you can imagine maybe walking around some of the snow lately, there's a good crunch to it because of how cold we really have been. A lot of snow still on a lot of the streets in Lincoln too, so be careful, take care if you do have to travel about here today. 4 degrees below zero at this point in Lincoln. This is a lot warmer than we were at this time yesterday. We dropped to 18 degrees below zero actual air temperatures for the morning yesterday, so a lot of us faring a lot better. But there is some winds, especially out to the north and west. Columbus dealing with close to 20-mile-per-hour wind speeds. And as you can imagine, gusts a little bit higher than that. So wind chills pretty good at this hour, anywhere from about 15 to 25 degrees below zero. Across the state, a little bit colder to the north. That's where most of the cold air has been, especially for O'Neill, Valentine. They've seen 30 to 40, almost 50 degree below wind chills throughout much of this weekend. So we are seeing slight improvements, but for this reason, wind chill warning does continue through noon tomorrow, with wind chills as low as 25 to 40 degrees below zero expected. And with some of that, some snow still continuing to fall across the state. Southwest Nebraska, especially in and around McCook, seeing this kind of pick up here as of late. And you see this tries to kind of extend into southeast Nebraska, but I think a lot of this isn't making it to the ground. Radar just picking up on some moisture higher up in the atmosphere. But as we do go into the rest of the morning, I'm expecting this to extend across the Kansas border. Areas south of Grand Island have a decent chance of this, and south of I-80. Can't rule out a stray flurry in and around Lincoln too through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. But after that, clouds will be clearing, and we should be having clear skies by tomorrow night, or excuse me, tonight into tomorrow morning. So for that reason, we can imagine temperatures that we're seeing this morning going to be colder heading into Tuesday morning. We should be above zero at some point today, though. I'm expecting that, not much and not for very long. And then we drop back to about 10 to 15 below tonight, with wind chills around 25 to 30 degrees below zero. That's why those wind chill warnings kind of continue for a while. But back into the double digits, yay, by tomorrow. 22 degrees by Wednesday, and then we've got snow chances, or a chance for at least some light snow on Thursday. And that's what I kind of meant earlier by talking about bookended by some colder temperatures. Yeah, Friday morning, Saturday morning, about 8 to 14 degrees below zero. It's like we can't shake it, but a lot of this cold air still kind of pouring in from the north, and snow on the ground certainly will continue to support these colder temperatures for a while.
Is it weird that I'm salivating over the 36 degrees in the near future?
I know, the extended forecast looks pretty good, so am I.
Break out the shorts, baby.
I'm with you.